name is Aliya Cycon, and I'm a musician who plays the Arabic oud, the piano, and I sing. A lot of people ask me why I chose the oud because it's pretty unconventional. It wasn't really something I chose, it just came into my life. My dad invited me to travel with him to Palestine in 2012. I had already heard some Arabic music throughout my adolescence in different ways, and I loved it. So going to my first Arab society, I realized how beautiful it is and how much art there is in it, and I wanted a way to communicate that to people back here in the States who might not be exposed to it in that way through the media that we're exposed to. Learning the language, learning the music, learning the instrument, a big part of that has been to create a bridge for people back here to see a different side and a much more positive side of this amazing culture. The more Arabic music I listen to, the more my own pieces take on aspects of that idiom. What authentic music I've absorbed in comes out in the way that I compose. And me growing up in this country and growing up around the music that I did, it's all part of this wash. And so it just kind of comes out that way. And yes, I've been educated and studied a lot about traditional Arabic music, so I have the language and the technical knowledge to write specific rhythms that I know are from X, Y, and Z places, or use certain common melodic phrases or idioms that come from Arabic music. But again, it's less intentional and it's just kind of coming out from what I've absorbed. I formed the Aliya Cycon project with the desire to just get myself out there, get performing. And I also knew that through performing and through marketing myself and putting myself in front of audiences would improve my oud playing. I had a lot of musical statements I already wanted to say. I already had a lot of compositions in mind. These blended genres coming out of the wash and making these fusion pieces was starting to happen, and so I said, I want people to hear this.
She's turned to me during that process and said, you know, I want to make a record and I want to make it this year. In fact, I think I want to do it in 4 months. And I was like, okay, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, it does have a big orchestral component, and it has a Middle Eastern ensemble, and it has a full American rhythm section, and it has a choir. And I'm like, this is going to be a great adventure. And it has been. Her music is wonderful.
This ability to perform, share my musical message, bring it to different audiences all over, it's become something that I can't live without. The instrument projects so many different colors at once. It's both warm and earthy and round and deep. There's a lot of characteristics to capture on an oud. Working with the engineers and watching their process on how they mic the instrument is really fascinating.
It's a lovely instrument. It's the wood, the strings, the expressiveness of it is all really like hanging out there ready to grab like a big piece of fruit. Putting lovely microphones, putting her in the right context, and then not worrying about the technology so much and getting in there and just getting great performances and concentrating on if she's putting out all the energy that she needs to. The microphones obviously play a role, the room plays a role, but ultimately it's always that musician nailing something and expressing and me capturing it. And then the ability for me to mix and manipulate in Pro Tools is obvious and wonderful.
Pro Tools became this really useful tool in recording myself at home. It's just really empowering to be able to have a software that so accurately captures the sound and make it sound great. We live in a world right now where everyone is sharing everything across borders and across cultures, and using Pro Tools is what gives me the ability to take the music that I'm making and share it and connect it to everyone around the world.